Buenas tardes, kNifties. Bienvenidos a Niteri Nicole. Me llamo Nicole, and we are a crafting community. So grab your work in progress, also known as a whip, and let's get started on our 10-minute crafting break. Today I am drinking eggnog latte that I made at home, and I got some, I like to make my own whipped cream. And it's great, of course, it's delicious when you make your own whipped cream. But then sometimes you just don't want to deal with the mess. So I bought like one of those foamy things. And this one has real cream and sugar. And those are the only two ingredients. And so I feel like it tastes like almost as good as at home. And I got this fancy eggnog from Whole Foods. And so I've been putting that. And it's pretty good, honestly. But it's still, even if you buy those things, it still ends up being cheaper than buying something at the store. So I feel like I'm still doing good. Today I am working on, I'm starting this dog house. It's a Perler beads, which is my favorite brand of fused beads. Perler Dog House and Niche à Chien or Casita de Perro. Just like me. The Perler Beads company is bilingual. So cute, right? And then if you look here, it's got like kind of a boxer here, and then it's got a little terrier here. And if you look on the side, it's got a German Shepherd on a sled. And I think I'm going to have my son make this for his godfather because his godfather has a really cute German Shepherd. The dog's name is Beast. He's so cute. I mean, he's big, but he's cute. And then look like a little is this another box? It looks like a French Terrier, like a French Terrier or a French Boxer. Okay, so it comes with 10,000 beads, and I already took them out of the package because I wanted to see what was in it, like if I needed anything. It has like a white bead set and a colorful bead set. And I thought I would put them, I get too much takeout, so I have these dishes, so I'm going to put them in these dishes to make it like for storage. I wonder if I should get smaller ones. That's okay. And then it also comes with your plates, these little plates, and these are great because you can like put them together if you need to, like for something bigger, or you can, like if you have a pattern, the plates are pretty nice to use. And then I noticed that this has a pattern. Okay, so this is the house pattern. These are the house patterns. And then the other one is the dog patterns. And they're nice and big. Honestly, it feels a little bit like, like Lego style fanciness, which I love. And they're nice and big so that you can actually open up your little book and they fit right on top. So look, it's the same size. So I'm going to try to create this from this. Okay, so this is the one I've decided to work on today. Okay, sorry. That is good. Let's open up this package. It looks like we're going to need the white. Actually, I'm going to turn on the light, kNifties, so guard your eyes. Whoa, oh, there we go. Okay, it looks like we need white, and there's two colors of brown, green, and red. So maybe I'll just start by opening up this one. I think with Perler beads, it's better to start in one corner and then work down based on if you're right-handed or left-handed. Since I'm right-handed and I like to put my hand down, I'm probably going to start in this corner and go this way. When I was working on my, oh my gosh, imagine if this falls. If this falls, I'm going to be so sad. Okay. When I was working on my diamond painting, I was going to start in one corner and just go diagonally, but then I saw that people said not to do that because you want to cover up like your work and just undo a little bit at a time, and by the like in the middle you have too much uncovered. So I did alter that, but because of the adhesive, right? And this has no adhesive, so I think this is a good plan. Okay, they gave these tweezers, and if I remember, because I actually have a kind of a collection of perler beads, but I think I left it at my school site. I can't seem to find it, which is why I was like frantically looking for all my stuff. But if I remember, I guess this is working. I feel like the tweezers, I mean, yeah, they work. The thing that doesn't work is if you try to grab them like by the slippery side. I feel like that is harder. Like this, and then try to put them on. It doesn't work as well. The best way is to like stick the little tip in there. Okay, this is working. So I told you in our last episode that at the end of the season, you can get things really, really cheap. So like a big discount. So I bought this kit probably 2 years ago, but at the end of a season. Oh, it even says on it, I don't know, it says 24, but we're in 26. That kind of makes sense. It says 12/31/24. I don't know. I don't know if that's a date or not, but the timing actually does kind of line up. And then last year last year I was going on a trip, I think. What was I doing last year? Oh, look, there's like 2 kinds of green. Look, the picture shows 2 kinds of green. Oh. I'm gonna have to open up this one too. Okay. Okay, do you know how I'm such a klutz. I'm so scared to open up this other one too. Maybe I should close it. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. Because I just can't. And I'm probably like curse myself right now. Like I wouldn't have done it, but now I am going to. Okay. So when I opened these bags, I wondered. I was like, why did they put this green in with the white and black? Why didn't they make a whole white and black bag? Because that to me seems more logical, like, you know, a monochrome bag and like a color bag. But now I know it's specifically for this. I literally know. Sometimes, this is life too, right? Sometimes people do things and you think, why did they do that? That's so stupid. But then you get a little experience, you get working into it, and then you realize, oh, they did it for a reason, and that I was the one who was stupid. The good thing is I can laugh about it. I admit it, and I can laugh about it. But I did think, why would they put those greens in with the white and black? I did think that, several times. But now I know. Because it would be too hard to, like, figure out. It would be too hard to see that there were 2 different kinds of green. Okay, what's fun about this is that, okay, so when I was a kid, we used to do perler beads. Back, of course it's plastic, but let's not think about that right now. But I'm going to think about it for next time. At any rate, when I was a kid, we used to make keychains out of these. And, it was super fun. But what's fun about this is that they're 3-dimensional. Oh my gosh, I actually made a really, really cute. I should go grab it. I'm going to go grab it right after I finish this wreath. Yeah, I guess like artists, people who have like real ability, they are making 3-dimensional structures out of their perler beads. And in fact, I should have known because I actually have made a 3-dimensional structure off of a pattern. Are there 2 different color greens? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So here we are. Look, I'm done with my wreath. So cute. Okay. So sweet. So I got my little flower. And if you notice, this is perler beads and they are three-dimensional. The flower comes out, she's flat. Of course, I made her purple. And then this box is so precious, right? So I got this pattern from, oh, it's a little dusty. It looks like it needs cleaning. I could take it apart and clean it. Or I am going to take it apart and clean it. So here are all your pieces. So here's your box. Look how dirty that is. And then, so I usually keep it right by my plants, which is probably why it's a little dusty. So I'm going to wash that like a little bit later. Okay, let's get started on the roof. I wonder what these extra pieces are, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about them. And then I wonder if this white is different. That's the other thing I was trying to see. Is this white different than the other white? Because why wouldn't they put all the whites together? Let's compare it. Here's one from here. And here's one from here. Oh, look. One is like a little bit more, like one is a bright white and one is like a fleshy color. At least I'm humble, Nifties. At least I'm humble. Okay. So I am still working on my 6-day star blanket, and it's coming along. Right now I'm on the second row of the yellow, which is good. And I think you do 3 rows or rounds. 3 rounds of each color. So I'm getting there. And I am going to work on it, but I was excited about this. And sometimes I feel like when you're excited about something, you should just go for it. So I did. That's why I'm here today. But I'm still working on the other blanket because I really do want to finish it. I'm not a person that always, wants to rush her crafts. Oftentimes I think, slow is good, but I do want to give it to them, and it's good to have a goal too. The other thing is that once I get it done, I'm just gonna work on my crafts that I am, taking my time with. And nothing wrong with that. And then look, there's this dark brown. My son went on he went to his very first friend sleepover. And not that he's never been invited, but he never wanted to go before. And I thought he would have a good time, but I also want him to feel comfortable. I want him to be ready. And I just let it go. And so, but last night he went to his first sleepover, and the mom, she's such a sweet mom. Like the whole family is real. Like the boy whose birthday it is a sweet boy, and the mom's a sweet mom, and the husband's nice, and they have a sister, and she's really cute too. And it's a nice family. So I feel comfortable because I know the family. But she bought them like matching pajamas, and then so she sent a picture of all the boys in their pajamas. It was so cute. And then so last night was my first night alone in the new place, and it's big, it's not like that big, but it's big for me. I like a small space. I could easily live in a, just in a, I could live in an RV myself. I'm not a person that just needs a lot of space. I like to be cozy. And anyway, so this new place, like my old place honestly was big enough for me, and it was big enough for he and I for a while. And even when my ex lived with us, it was big enough like for the 3 of us when my son was small, and it was fine. But if you get 3 adults in there, it was pretty tight. And then this place, I feel like you could easily put, like 6 or 8 adults. That's loud. So, But I slept fine, actually. I slept fine. I woke up nice and early all by myself. I watched, have you seen the movie Love Actually? I'm not sure why I hadn't seen it, but I watched it because it was like a Christmas movie or something like that, and people on threads were all talking about Love Actually, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna watch it too. And it's amazing how much younger the stars look, because honestly, they don't look old now. They don't look old now to me. They all, they're movie stars, so they all look like they're in good shape to me. But I guess, I mean, they did look young back then. Like, they don't look old to me now, but they did look young back then. So I guess that's the difference. What's funny is that I feel like I kind of look the same. My mother-in-law disagrees, but I feel like I look the same. So maybe it's because I'm blind. And I kind of feel the same as I used to. Okay, that's not true. But I feel like my face looks the same. Let's leave it at that. At any rate, I'm not sure I liked the movie. Like, there were good parts about it, but I feel like a lot of it didn't age very well. And then because, like, if you watch a movie that doesn't age well, but you've seen it as a kid, then you still pretty much love it, right? And I have movies like that. One such movie is Gone with the Wind. I love Gone with the Wind. And I mean, it doesn't age well because, of course, slavery, but in the Civil War, but at the same time, it is a period piece about that time. So, I mean, in a way, it kind of does age well because it seems like an accurate depiction, right? But this movie is very, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I think happen in the movie that I wouldn't tolerate now. A lot of things that I wouldn't tolerate now, but that I would have thought like nothing of back in the day, So I thought that was interesting. And then a lot of it takes place in, okay, let me just say this too. The other thing is, like, I know all the people are somehow supposed to be related, or there's like something that's supposed to like tie them all together, but I couldn't figure it out. The only people I really was sure of was like the prime minister, played by, I want to say Hugh Jackman, but I know that's not it. Oh, dang, I can't remember I see his face right now, but I can't remember it. He's in Bridget Jones too. I see his face so clearly, but anyway, I'll let that go. And then his sister, who's the wife of the architect guy. And then I guess the girl that works in the firm. I don't know. And then, like, and maybe it's because I'm an American, but I like a movie that like ends where everyone's happy. Like, what about the like the friend, the wife? Because they start with the wedding, right? There's the wedding, and then with Keira Knightley, and gosh, she's beautiful. I mean, she's beautiful now, but I was like, oh, anyway. Like I said, she looks so young. Anyway, okay, moving on. I'm getting over that. Okay, so then the guy that's the best friend of Keira Knightley's husband, who's in love with her, and then he shows up with the boombox, and then the poster boards like say anything, but yet it's like so sad. And he clearly loves her so much, and then I mean, I'm glad she didn't cheat on him, because like that would be like that's not cool, right? But then I don't know. Like, why would you even go through Like if it were my friend, and my, husband who does not exist, but and then she showed up at the house and was like, say it's carolers, and then she says to him, I've loved you and I've always loved you and you're perfect, blah blah blah. I'd be really mad at my friend if I found out. Would you be mad, Nifties? Would you be mad at this? I'd be livid. I'd be livid. And then when the architect guy, played by Alan Rickman, who is Snape, of course, when he cheats, like before he cheats, the wife can tell that he's about to cheat. And then she just kind of lets it happen. And then, so I think, would I just let it happen? Because like previous Nicole in a relationship would not have let that happen. I would have tried to lock that down. I would have told her off. I would have told him off. I would have I don't know. There definitely would have been some level of freak out. But she's just like, oh, there he is talking to her. And they're really like engaged. And then, oh, there they are dancing. And I guess, nothing yet has gone wrong. But then she can totally tell. And she tells him, hey, be careful. And then him, instead of being careful, he's like, let's see. Let's see what's going on over here. And then he cheats on her. And then he gives her the necklace. The whole necklace thing was so sad. Okay, but what was funny? Okay, so then Mr. Bean, I don't know what his name is, but Mr. Bean is in the movie, and he wraps the present in the department store. It was so funny the way he was like throwing in the candy. Like sprinkled the candy, and then also the way he was like, oh, it needs time, and oh, we need lavender. And then the Alan Rickman character was like, just hurry up. And he was like, but didn't you say you wanted it gift wrapped? Okay, the part that I did like of this movie, the part that I did like was the little, like, the Liam Neeson character, how he's the stepdad. And then, yeah, that's the thing. Were they just friends? Was the Liam Neeson character just friends with the, oh, I wish I could remember her name too. The wife of the architect. Anyway, they were just friends because they did eat together, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so his character was cute, especially when he is helping the stepson. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I liked it. I'm going to have to keep thinking about whether I really like the movie or not. But I'm glad I watched it. Sometimes you just gotta, like, you have to just see, like, what's going on. And now I know. And I can understand why people would love it. And I definitely understand. I thought it was cute the way the Liam Neeson character played Titanic for the stepson. That was super sweet. And then how he was like, how the stepson got his courage and how he learned to play the drums. That was funny. The stepson kind of stole it to me. He was the cutest. But the other thing is they really talk about people's weight a lot. Like the girl that the prime minister, she was beautiful, by the way. The girl that the prime minister liked. Okay, and it was interesting how he said, how the sister says to the girl, because they're at the play. So the sister of the prime minister, who's actually the younger sister, she says to the girl, hey, don't let him put his hands on you. Like, you're just his type 20 years ago. So then, oh, Hugh Grant. His name is Hugh Grant. And then is the girl Annette Bening? Anyway, I think I for some reason, I feel like that's it. But how she was like, don't let him put his hands on you. That would never happen in a movie now. We wouldn't ever assume that someone was going to get away with putting his hands on anyone. Ooh, and then what about the American president? I was trying to think, who is this guy supposed to be? I think it was Billy Bob Thornton. So I kept thinking, like, which president is this guy supposed to be representing? And my guess, honestly, I feel like he was trying to I think he was like representing Bill Clinton. You know, just the way he was kind of like a womanizer. But I feel like Bill Clinton was a nicer guy. Like that guy was kind of like diplomatically a little bit of a jerk. And I don't know Bill Clinton, so I can't tell you if he was a jerk politically as well, you know, because I won't even talk about Monica Lewinsky. But he seemed like he was more savvy at negotiations and things like that. And the way that they were talking about England, like that's bad, you know? And it reminded me of the diplomatic relations that we're having here in the US right now. And yes, and I know they say you can't judge like art like from this time to that time or whatever, but it's hard not to apply your lens to it. The other thing is, I feel like there was a lot of gratuitous, like nudity. What was that whole thing? The thing I don't understand too is what was the whole thing about, like those two actors that were like, I don't know, and they weren't even the actors. They were like body doubles or something to get lighting. Like, what kind of movie were they making? And then, yeah, like what kind of movie were they making? And I know that in Europe, people think that Americans are prudes. And I'm aware of that thought pattern. And I may be a little bit prudish, like compared to Europeans. So, like, I'll take that myself. However, like, what did that add to the movie? Do you know what I mean? Like, what did that part add to the plot? I feel like it didn't add anything, and that's why I didn't like it. Like, if it would have been important, yeah. I just felt like there were so many stories, and I couldn't keep them, I couldn't figure them out. And, you know, if it's because my intelligence is limited, then, you know, feel free to tell me. So has anyone, I know we went over time because I was on a little bit of a chit chat about Love Actually. So if anyone has seen Love Actually, tell me what you thought about it. Tell me if if you could explain it to me, like if you've heard my thoughts, and then you could, you know, enlighten me. I'm all in for it. That would be fabulous, Nifties. At any rate, Nifties, look, it's coming together. It's the little wreath. So cute. Oh my gosh. Look how cute this is. Okay, so this, now I'm just seeing this, and you can kind of see it on the box. It's like three-dimensional a little bit. And so look what you're going to do. You're going to like put this. This for sure is going to be used to like stick inside to hold this up. How cute is that? Yeah, that's so clever. So clever. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to be working on this a little bit more, and I'm excited to see the construction of it. I hope that you will come back tomorrow, and I definitely do want to be posting videos more and crafting more, right? It's so fun to sit and chit chat, and I mean, it's really a monologue, but I know you're there listening, so I feel like it's kind of, you know, a conversation. And honestly, I would love for it to be more of a conversation. That's why I'm asking you. Like, explain Love Actually to me. Because I definitely want to be enlightened with your wisdom. And just so you know, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that those are the things that I was thinking as I watched it and as I reflect on it. So we've spent actually way too long. You know, people like sensory bins. And I like them too, but I don't like when they make a mess. At any rate, thank you so much for spending some time with us, Nifties. I hope that I didn't make you unpeaceful. by my commentary on Love Actually. And I hope that you were able to spend some time and get some of your craft done, hopefully alongside of us, and that you will be here tomorrow. I can't wait to see you. Nos vemos.